Hello and welcome. Today we're doing a VOD review on Gibraltar. Looks like a bronze Ana. I've never seen this video before, so I'll be commenting in real time. So let's get into it. At this elo, I wouldn't worry too much about composition. That being said, you have a pretty good one: Winston Reinhardt, Widow, and there's a soldier to the right, and then Ana Lucio. So totally reasonable composition. So let's get into it. Okay, so your team's gonna hold up here. Okay.
3, 2,
Interesting.
1. Attackers
Widow's going for a snipe.
Stop the pain.
Okay. Oh, so like, well, so right there, I would have liked to see you. There's no harm in putting some, a little bit of DPS into that Reinhardt shield. So that would have been fine.
You're going
Actually,
to be
your
okay.
position before I think was better. Now you're quite a bit more exposed here. So I would have liked for you to stay where you were. Team's holding the left side, so you're actually safer. So this is pretty good. No reloading. You had 3 more bullets, and your team needs healing. You could have definitely exhausted your medicine. Okay, there's something to your left. Good, you heard it. Nice.
Take your medicine.
Yeah, Reaper, I think. Stop.
Being
Good
enough.
bubble. That's a good nade. Reaper to the left. Okay, so actually right there.
Being enough.
Right there, you could already start hearing his footsteps. So you needed to turn around. Yeah, so a bit late on the sleep dart, and you missed. That can happen sometimes, though. Actually, okay, so okay, as soon as you miss this, help your soldier out. Look for some heals on him. He dies. Okay, fine. You still want to at least start shooting Reaper because now you're turned around and you're not doing anything. Nice. Okay, so you're trying, you need to be able to move with your environment without having to look at it. And there are cases where you don't have to do that or don't need to do that. This is one of those times where you absolutely should be, backpedaling and jumping onto these to this environment to get cover, and while still shooting Reaper. Yeah. Try to hit Widow. Get that nade down. Get a nade down. Nade. No. Okay, so I think you were trying to hold on to your nade to combo it with your so that way you could heal yourself and your Reinhardt and hurt any nearby enemies. You only had 30 health. You had no time to be waiting for that opportunity. You needed to immediately nade yourself, just right away. Okay.
I have your back.
Good, go for the Reaper. So, actually, right here. Okay.
I have your back.
You see him. And you actually backpedal and get scared. I would have liked to see you pressure him in this room. You have Sleep Dart, you have Nade. You're super scary to Reaper at this point because he had just used his what's it called? Wraith form. Right? Let me make sure. Yeah. Yes, he did. So I would have liked to see you follow up there a little bit just to make sure you put pressure on him. Oh, Reinhardt, what are you doing? Okay. That being said, he was backing off anyways, so if you had pressured him, it wouldn't have mattered. Still, in my opinion, that's a better play to make than what you did, which was just to back off and give up that space for free. Those heals, get those heals.
You're going to live.
Oh, let's break it!
So again, you reloaded
You're going to live.
with 5 health and your Reinhardt sitting at half. So, again, just you're reloading to
Break it!
heals.
Drop the beat!
That was a pretty decent sleep guard, actually.
Drop the beat!
Because you started, you didn't know Reinhardt was gonna charge there, so I think that's an okay sleep dart. So, again, don't be afraid to backpedal and look at your opponent so you can shoot at them, right? Like you're turning around to run away, and sometimes that is okay. But in this case, again, better to shoot your, return fire to your opponent.
You're going to be okay.
And you're in a really, oh man, you're in an interesting spot. Actually, if your teammates come in time,
No one can hide.
Get a sleep dart. Nice, you got a little bit. So I like that sleep dart, but I needed you to do it way sooner. Way sooner. Like 4 or 5 seconds sooner. You could go. No, actually, no. I would hold on to Nano Boost. Yeah.
I've got you in my sights.
Wait. Actually, no.
I've got you in my
What you did is correct. Totally correct. Hold on. Okay, back off.
It's quiet.
Also, right here. Yeah, a bit slow on the E. A bit slow by about a second. Not that it would have mattered a lot, but still more optimal.
Old soldiers are hard to.
Online.
Don't worry, my friend.
Get in there. I'll see. Get in there.
That's reasonable. Look for a sleep dart. That's a good sleep dart. You missed, but it's a good one. Get a nade in there. Oh man.
أنا هاخد بالي منك.
Let me see that one more time. Oh
أنا
no.
هاخد بالي منك.
Torbjorn, you're gonna die, my friend. So right now, I'd like you to be getting the high ground to the right. So I'd really like you to get high ground. Help your Torbjorn. Oh, he's dead. Nice Junkrat.
It's going to be okay.
This is a pretty good spot. I'd still like you to have high ground, but this is a good spot. Nice.
تعال.
Get that heal. Actually, let me see how many. Good, you exhausted your clip.
تعال.
Awesome.
هلا.
To your left, yeah. So a little bit slow. Let me see that again. So you're going for that sleep dart on your own Junkrat. Nice.
Take your medicine.
Cover good. But you can't. So right there, actually, I think you still had an angle to heal your right. So you could have gotten forward more. Actually, depending on... Yeah, actually, I think you could have. At the very least, you could have naded him around the corner. So, like, right here... Yeah, I would have liked to see you start going forward and start getting that nade primed to heal Reinhardt.
Drop the beat.
All systems check out. Taking off.
I will keep you real.
Alright, so again, I'd like you to go for high ground. And heal yourself. Please heal yourself. You could die to like a random, a random anything.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Oh, I really don't like you being this low for this long. It's so unnecessarily risky. Please. Like that, like a fire strike. If you didn't have that armor pack and that tagged you, you were dead. Please heal yourself. Okay, so I think I've seen enough of your VOD to wrap up my commentary. I don't like to give too much feedback in one video. People can only really focus on improving like 1 or 2 things at a time. So I think my two... Oh, actually, let me kind of think for a second what I think is... Let me like prioritize. Actually, first, let's kind of talk about all of your weaknesses right now. You don't exhaust your clip nearly enough. You reload too... So basically, you reload too frequently. Your use of nade... Actually, in general, I feel like your use of sleep dart and nade, you're just a bit too slow with it. Like, you recognize when to use them, but you're usually, behind like 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. So I think that's just going to be a matter of practice, because I get the sense that you actually do know when to use your abilities. You just kind of, there's just like this lag time in your brain that's like, okay, like I figured this out. It just took a little bit too long. And that's just going to come with practice, because obviously, You probably just don't have enough hours in the game, right? So that's okay. That'll come with time. So just be aware of that. I'm not quite sure why you didn't heal yourself for that entire time on the previous fighting when you guys were in the hangar phase. I'm going to assume that you just didn't realize that you were so low that entire time, or maybe you were expecting someone else to heal you. Still, a very silly error to make. Positioning wise, I want you to go for high ground more often. What else? Oh, when you're fighting, I want you to not be afraid to backpedal and look at your opponent, right? Like, again, over time, you're going to understand the maps better, and you won't have to look behind you to get a sense of what is behind you, right? And again, that's just going to come with practice and time. So, typically with bronze players, the answer is just usually you need to just play the game more. So that's generally what I'm saying. Your aim is actually pretty decent. I would say I wouldn't focus too much on that. So I would say the biggest things right now is focus on not reloading so much. Focus on getting high ground more. And then third, let's say what's more important? I'm just gonna say the fact that you're not looking at your opponent sometimes when you're backpedaling, right? So try to practice looking at your opponents while you backpedal and go around corners and whatnot. It will be hard at first because you're gonna get stuck on things. You have to fight the instinct to turn around, and with time you will get better, and that will come more naturally. Okay, cool. I hope this video was helpful, and if you liked it, please subscribe. Thank you.